As a finance professional in a disrupted business landscape, what does it take to be in demand? What does it take to attract great paying international roles? If you're an ICAN member, it'll just take one exam. That's all it takes to complete the globally recognized CIMA professional qualification and the internationally respected CGMA designation. As a CIMA member and a CGMA designation holder, employers will look at you as a finance professional, constantly acquiring new skills to add value to the business. That's why they'll be willing to pay premium to hire and retain you. If you have 5 years of relevant experience and are an ICAN member, you can directly sit for the final exam of the CIMA Professional Qualification, the Strategic Case Study exam. Start studying the CIMA Professional Qualification. Prepare to make an impact.
Good evening to our professional colleagues, student members and friends of the Institute, and welcome to another episode of ICAN on Air, your great platform for learning, powered by our noble institute, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. It is a wet evening here in Lagos, Nigeria, and I'm your host for today, Tosin Akinwumi FCA, to be joined by Fumi Olaniyi. Of course, it is a new era in ICAN, as we welcome Chief DCS Alaribe FCA as the 60th president, the diamond president, of course, of ICAN, and as a change of leadership baton in ICAN. And during the investiture speech of the president, he indeed gave a charge that during his tenure, he would not appreciate members sitting afar and criticizing the institute. Rather, he would appreciate that a suggestion note on areas of improvement is being sent to him and his counselors. On that note, welcome you today, Thursday, 6th June 2024. We are having another chat with our Registrar Chief Executive of ICAN, Dr. Lanre Olasunkanmi FCA, on the topic, ICAN, my institute, your institute, our collective vision. Sit back and relax as I quickly go and run some commercials, and I will be back shortly with the Registrar Chief Executive. Don't go away. We have a lot to discuss today.
Security is key to national development and growth. No nation can be truly economically successful without peace and stability, or when its security is threatened. This is why we must perform our civic obligation of duly paying our taxes so as to provide the needed resources for government to secure our lives and properties. When we pay our taxes, government is provided with the needed resources to equip our security agencies for a safer Nigeria. The money we pay as taxes is used to purchase equipment and hardware, invest in intelligence and other sophisticated technology, as well as cater for the welfare of all security personnel. A secure nation is a prosperous nation. Nigeria is safer when we pay our taxes. FIRS, it pays to pay your tax.
The Skill Up Artisans Program Super is an initiative of the federal government.
The aim of Super is to upskill Nigerian artisans for better employability. These we are carrying out by collecting the data of Nigeria artisans through massive registration, training, certification, and licensing for better job opportunities, both locally and internationally. Super will improve the quality of life of Nigeria artisans. It will improve the quality of work from Nigeria artisans, enhance work and professional ethics from Nigeria artisans, reduce dependency on foreign artisans, and increase foreign exchange through talent export.
Log on to super.itf.gov.ng to register now. Super, upskilling Nigeria artisans for super job.
The Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, Canada District presents the 9th International Accountants Conference, themed Strategic Upscaling of Accounting Profession within the Dynamics of Technology. Date 16th to 20th July 2024. Time is 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. Venue, Best Western Premier Calgary Plaza Hotel and Conference Center, 1316 33th Street NE, Calgary, Alberta, T2A 6B6. Seasoned speakers like Sheyi Wolabi, a partner at MNP Calgary, will be speaking on review of the accounting profession and technology synergy. Derek Greer, the Chief Information and Security Officer, Protexer, will be speaking on disruptive technology and AI upscaling for accountants. Greg Howe, the CEO, Black All Systems Calgary, will be speaking on accountants in the era of diversified profession, while Professor Godwin Emmanuel Oyedokun will be speaking on decision-making optimization through data mining. The Canadian High Commissioner as well as the ICAN President will also be in attendance. This conference promises to be value for your time and money. Hurry! Register today by sending an email to Mr. Blessing Familusi, chairman at icancanada.net, or St. Badamosi at ican.org.ng, or iadams at ican.org.ng, or simply visit our website www.icancanada.org. ICAN Canada Conference 2024. Be there.
Yes, you're welcome back to this episode of a session, a chat with the Registrar Chief Executive. And we are discussing the topic, My Institute, Your Institute, Our Collective Vision. My Registrar Chief Executive, you're welcome, sir. It is a pleasure having you on the show today.
Thank you, Tosin Akiwumi, for having me. Let me appreciate you for wonderful work you guys are doing over there, particularly your chairman and other team member. Thank you for having me on this show.
Thank you very much, my Registrar. Thank you. We appreciate you. Let me quickly take the brief profile of Dr. Lanre Olasunkanmi, FCA, the Registrar Chief Executive of our Noble Institute. Lanre Olasunkanmi, Ph.D. FCA, has over 16 years of professional experience, spanning various functional areas and having held leadership positions in both the private and public sectors. Dr. Olasunkanmi is a dynamic and forward-thinking leader. Dr. Olasunkanmi holds a Ph.D. in Forensic Accounting and Audit from Charisma University, Turks and Caicos Island, UK, MSc in Accounting from Afeobala University, MBA from University of Lagos, BSc in Accounting from Adekunle Ajasi University, and HND in Accounting from the Federal Polytechnic Ado Ekiti. He is a member of different professional bodies, both locally and internationally. That's a profile of our Registrar Chief Executive. Once again, my Registrar, it is a pleasure to have you on this show today.
Thank you so much.
Now, without much ado, let's go straight into the discussion for today. We have a captivating topic, My Institute, ICAN, My Institute, Your Institute, Our Collective Vision. You resumed as the Registrar Chief Executive of ICAN effectively on February 1st, 2024. And that means you have spent the last 4 months in office. So how do you feel leading one of the largest PAOs in Africa?
Thank you, Mr. Tosin. And let me first of all appreciate all our members out there. At least their loyalty still keep us. If we don't have these members, we won't have what we call ICAN. And there is no ICAN where do we have somebody called Lanre as the Registrar Chief Executive. So my first appreciation goes to all members for their commitment and support to the Institute. And straight to your question, for the last 4 months as the Registrar Chief Executive of this Institute, and to be candid with you, it's been a lot of rewarding moments and so challenging because you are coming to a big terrain. Lanre is coming from a similar profession, similar industry, similar company, and with a very good experience in that. But you come to another environment where you want to lead the largest professional accountancy organization in the whole of Africa. So leading ICAN has been a fulfilling experience for me, because when you have ICAN, and the major challenge that I faced when I got to office within the first 4 months, if I get your question very well, is how will you feel when you resume in an office the first day, and the first challenge you face is having a big complaint from staff. And immediately we look at this and say how to resolve this problem immediately. We called this staff together and we had a very brief meeting, and they put their support with me that we are going to take the institute to the next level. On that note, I appreciate the staff for their support during the last 4 months in office. They've been a wonderful colleague, been a wonderful team. They make the role a rewarding role for me. I've enjoyed their support, and I can assure you within the next period, we are going to take the institute to the next level. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my Registrar CEO. Getting you well that the last 4 months has been rewarding and also challenging. A leading question here, especially where you stopped, that you and your team, you have the mandate to take the institute forward. So now, what do you plan doing differently in your tenure to maintain and further improve ICAN leading position as one of the largest professional accountancy organizations in Africa, to be specific?
Thank you so much, Tosin. ICAN is leading when it comes to accountancy profession in Africa. And I position myself to bring to the table fresh perspective and innovative strategies. Particularly, the mandate given to me in the KPI, one of the key role there, let me say 95% of what I have in the KPI is value to the members. The members first. Without the member, there is nothing like ICAN. And we are putting together to ensure we give a quality service delivery to our members, give it back to them to ensure they have value for what they are paying for. Because if you meet any of these members out there, the first question when you talk to them, please pay your subscription, which is the major source of revenue or income to the institute. The first question is, what is the value that I'm getting from this payment? And we keep telling them that the quality service delivery we are putting in place is to ensure that members get value for what they are paying. And let me quickly give you one of those things that we've put in place to do differently. Recently, we introduced what we call Members Digital Hub. This Member Digital Hub was a real-time online platform where members make inquiry, bring out their complaints, and the problem is resolved within that minute. It's a platform on a Zoom. That Zoom platform where we have a different room. When you come up to that platform, you give us your complaint, give your inquiry, we transfer you to the appropriate room. Take, for instance, if you have questions relating to membership, you have questions relating to student affairs, you have question relating to examination, we have different partitioned room, we have different room on that platform, and this has been put in place on a monthly basis where we give a real-time solution to members. Another thing we tried to do recently is to engage the district society more, because if the institute wants to reach out to the members and the grassroots, we need this district society. And we're trying to have a good engagement, what we term as stakeholder engagement, and under which we are engaging with this district society to give us feedback by creating a feedback mechanism for them, give us feedback from your own district? What are those challenges you face, and how do you want the institute to come in? And if you listen to my 68th president during the investigation, the 68th president said that we are open to any constructive criticism and suggestion to move the institute forward. So, and we're also looking at this. Our door is open, and we have a feedback mechanism that we have created. We have suggestion boards in the 2 offices in Lagos and also in Abuja. If you have any information you want to pass across that can make us serve you better, we put all these platform in place. So all this we are trying to do to ensure that members get value from the institute, particularly giving them a quality service delivery. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my Registrar Chief Executive. I can also attest to the digital hub, which you also mentioned now, because indeed members have been applauding that particular effort of the Institute. Well done to you and your team. Moreover, you just spoke now on value additions to members. As a financial member of the Institute, because people will question, what do I stand to gain by becoming a member? What do I stand to gain by paying subscription? So my question will go in that direction. What are the primary and secondary benefits that our members stand to gain by paying their subscription or by being a financial member of the Institute?
Thank you, Tosin, for that brilliant question. Being a financial member of our great institute, you have a lot of benefits attached to it. We're trying to also search for more to give back to members. Let me just give you 1 or 2 and more about these benefits. Number 1, the institute has what we call insurance scheme, the life assurance for members. This, at the end of the day, if you're a financial member, you pay your dues as a when due, God forbid. If at the point of death we lose a member, the district, through the district, the family member reports and writes to the district. From there, the district communicates to the institute. We try to review this and send to the our vendor, who is the insurance company in charge of this. And based on this, the next of kin of this deceased member is entitled to a sum of 2 million naira if that member is fellow, and 1.5 million naira if the member is an associate member. That is to tell you that we are also looking at the family members of any of our deceased member to take care of them, that after the demise of their loved one, they are not in the streets looking forward to it. Another wonderful benefit that we have in the institute is what we call members benevolent fund. This benevolent fund is there for any seriously ill members, and this is a pool of fund where we have up to a maximum capacity of 4 million naira. Recently, when we receive an application from a member which require a kind of surgery, and this surgery cost almost 6 million, we put together the process and sent to the benevolent fund committee, and this was processed, and about 4 million naira was released to this member. And you can see that this 4 million naira out of 6 million, it shows that the institute has taken care of over 60% of this bill. And we also look after our members in the academics, where we have what we call research grants, particularly for those studying Ph.D. in accounting. Once you have this, we have a special amount for you to support your research, and many more. We also have what we call ICAN Employment Bureau, where we make it available anytime we receive opening in any organization. They send to the institute, where we make this available to all members. Any of our members that is either underemployed or not employed, we make this available for them, and we put them through on how to get this. We also have what we call a whistleblower fund. Public trust is key, and we want our people to say, said if you see something, say something. So ICAN has put together to ensure that we have what we call the whistleblower fund. The whistleblower fund is there for members to ascend. And there are a lot of benefits we have for members. Even alone, being a chartered accountant, adding ACA, FCA to your name is a benefit, Mr. Tosin. Thank you. Let me stop here. And we have many more. And you can also visit our website, www.ican.org.ng, for more benefits available to members of this great institute. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my RCE, for listing a lot of benefits accruable to members. I'm sure many members do not even know they stand to benefit out of these things you have just listed out for us this evening. And that's one of the essence of hearing from the Registrar Chief Executive. Thank you once again for that. Now let's move to some specific questions we get from our members outside there. They want to know, is it possible? How does it happen? How does it work out? And all of that. And the first I'll be taking on that area is for members who misplaced their original certificate or original copies of the ICAN certificate, either through theft, burglary, or fire incidents, or whatever means. What is the application process for replacement of the original membership certificate?
Thank you, Tosin, for that brilliant question. This is what we have also put in place to be sure that anytime you have challenges, feel free to visit our website for more information on anything or any question you need or any inquiry. Then I'll go straight to your question. If you lost your original certificates, we have a procedure that you need to follow to get a reissuance of this certificate. The first thing is to apply to the institute, informing us how this happened, just notification, application for issuance of certificate in brief. Then with supporting documents, one of the major supporting documents required is court affidavit. We want to we will not rely only on your application that, oh, you actually lost this certificate. So you need to prove beyond reasonable doubt that this certificate was misplaced. So we require you to provide us with a court affidavit, application, the applicable fee, then a passport photograph. Then we ask you to submit all these documents with other documents as we have them on the website. We ask you to submit this document, and once we receive it, we try to carry out our own due diligence on this, do our own investigation, and verify that this certificate was missing. And once we confirm this, the certificate will be reissued to you. Original one will be reissued to you without wasting any time. And I can assure you, we have a TAT, the turnaround time for this. If you have all your documents and application well filed without any query or complaint, having reviewed by the membership department, the process is within 3 days, you get a reissuance, subject to proper application and proper documentation of all these documents required for issuance of certificate. So we have all this on our website for members to go there to download and say get all this procedure and those requirements for issuance of certificate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my Registrar Chief Executive. I'm sure your members are listening for that process. And you also mentioned turnaround time now, and that takes me there again on issue of turnaround time. Like we have the operations of turnaround time in private sector establishments. I also believe, like you have mentioned, that we have such system in place in ICAN to monitor and ensure efficiency of our processes. So I will be asking, what is the turnaround time for granting transcripts? Because we see members asking for transcripts and also letters of good standing. And what are the processes involved in obtaining both documents?
Thank you for that. Let me tell you, we actually leverage on technology. The era of you traveling all the way from London, traveled all the way from Abuja to Lagos because you need a transcript or because you need any document or anything from the institute. We leverage on technology. We have different, on that website, we have dedicated emails to different departments or different units in charge of solve this process. The turnaround time for transcript or letter of good standing, particularly for our members in diaspora, maximally 3 days, 3 good days. If you apply, attaching all the necessary documents as listed there, paying the required fee, for example, for processing of transcript is just a token of 20,000 naira. When you pay this with other supporting document and you apply, within 3 working days, you get your transcript and your letter of good standing. People will be asking, why 3 days? You said you leverage on technology. Why not 24 hours? Yes, we are going there. It has a process. You don't just issue letter of good standing, transcript. There are other process that require, other approval process that we need to pass through. So we want to ensure that due diligence is carried out on this before issuing this transcript or issue this letter of good standing. So that's why we put it on 3 days as of now. But what we are working recently on the technology that we have to see how members can get this transcript and letter of good standing within 24 hours. It's possible. We've test run this, but I can assure you within the next few days, we are going to change the turnaround from 3 days to 24 hours. Within 24 hours, you get your transcript and letter of good standing. I'm giving you that assurance. During this, we're in the new presidential year. Within the next 60 days, you'll be rest assured that you have another 24 hours, maximum 48 hours turnaround time to get your transcript or letter of good standing. In as much, you attach all the necessary document, follow all the pay the required amounts, then you get this. I don't see why you don't get your transcript within 24 hours, within a good letter of good standing within 24 hours. It doesn't take us anything. We have the prototype, you have the letter there, you have the template there. So why is it taking us 3 days, 5 days, 1 week? So we are working seriously on the technology we have in place now, building and leveraging on that to reduce the existing turnaround time of 3 days to 24 hours. And that will come within the next 30 days. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my Registrar Chief Executive, for that wonderful response. I trust that your members will celebrate you if this turnaround time is reduced to 24 hours, like I've just said, because transcripts and letters of good standing are what members usually ask for necessary and different purposes. Thank you so much for that response again. Let's take one more question before we quickly go on the break. As an institute intentional about regulating and upholding best practices for our members in practice, what procedures are in place to aid our members who are in practice with obtaining and renewing their practice license without so much effort?
Thank you, Tosin. This has been the major question I've been, in fact, every time I try to log into my email, I receive inquiry on renewal of practicing license virtually every day. And we look at the process. The process is also there on our website. The process is just you send in your application. We're talking about renewal now. We're not talking about fresh application. For renewal, you put out your application for renewal of your practicing license, pay the appropriate fee, which is a token of 25,000. Then we look at your financial standing, because before you renew your practicing license, you must be a member in good financial standing. So we look at your financial standing and we look at the required MCPD credit hour, which is a minimum of 30 credit hour in a year. And for 40 credit hours in a year, which is now 120 credit hours for 3 years. So once we look at all these requirements and you put up your application, looking at what you have done and ask the necessary question, testing the experience, give us your feedback of what experience you had on field within the last period, and you get your practicing license following the due process. And thank God for the staff and other committee members in place now that we put, leveraging on technology again, that we're trying to also reduce the turnaround time of getting this certificate. You should be able to get your the renewal of your practicing license certificate within 7 days. You understand? So we're trying to work on this, even reduce it to maximum 3 days. So we are trying to be sure that we serve our members and give them a quality service so that you don't complain that I apply for my renewal of practicing license and it takes a longer period for almost 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month to get. No. So we're trying to put in place our machinery to be sure that this thing is processed within 3 days and you have your renewal of practicing license. So I can assure you, these are the things we are putting in place to be sure that renewal of practicing license is not a problem. It's what we need to get on the click of a button.
Okay, thank you very much, my RC. Let's pause it there. When we come back, we'll now talk on fresh application like you also mentioned. So let's quickly go and run some commercials. Who will be back? Our registrar is here on the hot seat responding to questions from the members. And I can assure you, of course, as you've seen, he is doing justice to those questions. Let's go and run some commercials. We'll be back shortly. Don't go away.
The Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, Canada Districts presents the 9th International Accountants Conference, themed Strategic Upscaling of Accounting Profession within the Dynamics of Technology. Date, 16th to 20th July 2024. Time is 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. Venue, Best Western Premier Calgary Plaza Hotel and Conference Center, 1316 33 Street NE, Calgary, Alberta, T2A 6B6. Seasoned speakers like Sheyi Wolabi, a partner at MNP Calgary, will be speaking on review of the accounting profession and technology synergy. Derek Greer, the Chief Information and Security Officer, Protexer, will be speaking on disruptive technology and AI upscaling for accountants. Greg Howe, the CEO, Black All Systems Calgary, will be speaking on accountants in the era of diversified profession, while Professor Godwin Emmanuel Oyedogun will be speaking on decision-making optimization through data mining. The Canadian High Commissioner as well as the ICAN President will also be in attendance. This conference promises to be value for your time and money. Hurry! Register today by sending an email to Mr. Blessing Familusi, chairman at ICAN-canada.net, or St. Badamosi at ican.org.ng, or iAdams at ican.org.ng, or simply visit our website www.icancanada.org. ICAN Canada Conference 2024.
Security is key to national development and growth. No nation can be truly economically successful without peace and stability, or when its security is threatened. This is why we must perform our civic obligation of duly paying our taxes so as to provide the needed resources for government to secure our lives and properties. When we pay our taxes, government is provided with the needed resources to equip our security agencies for a safer Nigeria. The money we pay as taxes is used to purchase equipment and hardware, invest in intelligence and other sophisticated technology, as well as cater for the welfare of all security personnel. A secure nation is a prosperous nation. Nigeria is safer when we pay our taxes. FIRS, it pays to pay your tax.
The Skill Up Artisans Program Super is an initiative of the federal government.
The aim of Super is to upskill Nigerian artisans for better employability. This we are carrying out by collecting the data of Nigeria artisans through massive registration, training, certification, and licensing for better job opportunities both locally and internationally. Super will improve the quality of life of Nigeria artisans. It will improve the quality of work from Nigeria artisans, enhance work and professional ethics from Nigeria artisans, reduce dependency on foreign artisans, and increase foreign exchange through talent export.
Log on to super.itf.gov.ng to register now. Super, upskilling Nigeria artisans for super job.
You're welcome back. It's still ICAN on Air, and we have the Chief Executive Registrar of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria in the studio. Tosi, are we not lucky to have our registrar right here? The man that pays our salaries, right?
Of course we are.
Okay.
For me, how are you?
Very good, fine, and you're welcome back, sir. So the topic is my institute, your institute, our collective vision. And we've been asking a lot of questions, but we know we have so much. I mean, we have a lot of our audience here trying to check on you and see how you're doing, and also to say welcome. And also, we have so many of them. I can see Pet Ezuko from Delta State. I see Daria Adepoju from Lagos State. I see Godwin Abba from Makurdi, from Ibadan. We have Bolanle Idowu. Also have Inya from Akwa Ibom, a lot of them, and they have questions for you. But before we take the questions from our audience, I want, because we go for the induction ceremony, you know, for new inductees who may have, they have just concluded their examinations and they're still, they process fresh knowledge of accounting. Like, you know, during the induction, they ask very salient questions about how they can grow in the institute. My question is, what really is the need for them to join the institute mandatory, the continuing professional development immediately?
Well, thank you for having you. Let me tell you the reality. Some of us, when we write this exam, we write, we memorize, get to the hall, dump it, and if eventually we pass, we pass. And in most cases, when you now call some of these people to come and explain what they had, I've seen instances where you have a chartered accountant, you ask chartered accountant a little question in capital budgeting related question. They tell you, see, I've done that in ICAN, I've dropped it. But we're saying no. When you finish this exam, examination is one thing, then practical experience and continuous learning is very key. So we don't expect you that immediately you finish exam, you assume you know everything. No. So we're saying join this MCPD where you have different experience from different sector. You get experience from the field, not from the academic perspective now, not what is standard costing. But we're talking about the reality. We're talking about people from the captain of industry from different sector. We come around and give us their own experience on the job. Let me give you an example. Recently, the Pan-African Federation of Accountants, PAFA, had a roundtable discussion in Nigeria. And during this process, we have a lot of accountants there where a question was put to them that what do you understand by sustainability that is everywhere now? I see them saying sustainability. We didn't do that in ICAN. So it looks somehow. But we are now saying when you come to this MCPD, this is where you learn. This is where you get more, you get another experience from different quarter, other than read and pass related aspect. And in order to meet up with international best practice, you can't finish your exam and you sit back. International best practice, international standard, and IFAC said you must have a minimum of 120 credit hour within the last 3 years, meaning you need minimum 40 credit hour in a year. How do you get relevant after your exam and you stay back? You need to mix with this gathering where you learn and get experience. PDP is what we're talking about, professional development program. So you learn and learn and learn and get practical experience other than read and pass related to. So we encourage them, when you pass this exam, try and click into this MCPD that we have. It's just for you to upskill your knowledge in the accountancy profession. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, my registrar. Though I was taken aback when you mentioned PDP, I was a bit afraid, but that is about professional development program. I can now get where you are coming from. Okay, now we understand that there are so many reciprocity programs that is being taken up by ICAN, especially in the last tenure. What is the current status of the reciprocity programs that ICAN has for our members with other professional accounting bodies?
Thank you, Tosin, for that brilliant question. With this Japa syndrome, we receive a lot of application. Now I'm in UK. How do I practice accountancy profession there? How do I audit there? So recently, in March, we signed with CIFA, and we also signed with ICAW. We have a mutual recognition agreement with these two professional bodies. If you are a member of the institute, you are going to apply to be a member of ICAW without writing any exam, meaning you can become a member of ICAW without writing their exam. But the clause there is, if you get to UK or any of these international country and you want to practice auditing, is it possible for me to practice? Now, when you get there, during the last visit to UK, we visited the Financial Reporting Council of UK, where we were told, as a member of ICAW, you practice in UK if you have your qualification by examination. And don't forget that if you're a member of ICAN, you are getting it as a direct without writing any examination. So what the platform now is, if you want to practice auditing there, then you need to quickly go for what we call examination of experience, which you do in UK for you to qualify and practice there. So we have other guidelines there, but for you to have a membership of this international body for maybe for appointment, for employment over there, yes, we have this arrangement with a lot of them. And we are working seriously to have the one for Canada, the CPA Canada, and the one for CPA Australia. We're also working together out of India. So all these are in pipeline. But for the ones we have presently, the ICAW has been fully signed. You get the certification, you get the certificate without writing the exam. So, and you get there, you present yourself as a member of that body and you can get employed with that. Only that you can't practice auditing until you pass through the other leg. Thank you.
Thank you, my registrar chief executive. So I want to ask you, sir, because you've been providing insights into all these things. Before I go to the audience question, I wanted to you to provide more insight into ICAN faculties, because I know they are created for technical support to members, but also how can so the question is, aside from the benefits to members, what is the relevance of all these faculties to users of the services of chartered accountants?
Thank you so much. I have one brief argument this morning with one of our members. Because you are a chartered accountant doesn't mean you can do everything. The faculty was created, and we have all this faculty for specialization purpose. We have different faculty. We have about 7 of them from corporate reporting. We have the insolvency, we have taxation, and all of them, 7 of them. We have all these on the website. If you're a chartered accountant, you may choose to say, oh, I want to major in taxation only. And we want you to know more about this taxation beyond classroom setting, beyond reading the law, beyond reading the ICAN study pack and say, So the faculty is there to provide a specialized and a customized services and customized training for you on area of specialization that you are choosing. So this is there for you to pick an area of specialization. You can't be Mr. All. So we have created this to provide you with the required skill, required knowledge that you can acquire under this faculty to become an expert in a particular field of accounting. So we have it. So we are working seriously to bring in a faculty that will be working seriously on this sustainability, that we have sustainability reporting. That is the talk of the town now. So we want to be sure that all our members key into this. So faculty is there to train you and give you a customized and specialized skill. So we have it there, so you don't need to run to anywhere. Everything you have as a stop shop in ICAN will give you back to back.
Okay, thank you, my RC. Let's now start moving directly to the questions from the audience. We observe that most of the institute's programs are hybrid programs, which give room for members afar to be partakers of such programs. However, our AGM is an exception to this rule, such that it is not virtually transmitted, even when ICAN members are in the diaspora. Why is this, sir?
Well, Tosin, thank you for that. And like you said, this is a new trend. Everything we do at the institutes is hybrid, seriously hybrid. This same question was asked during the AGM, and we strictly apologize for what really happened during that AGM, which happened to be on Friday. It was a downfall and all whatnot. So apologies to all our members for that short. Fine, there are a lot of other policy aspects of it which we also need to address. And we can assure you that going forward, we are going to put this into consideration. It was addressed during the AGM. So I don't want to go and labor more on this. And I can assure you the advice or the complaint was taken and it's going to be addressed going forward.
All right, thank you. So our chief registrar, our chief executive has mentioned that, I mean, there was a reason for that, but we apologize to everyone. So there's a question here from Medeba Samuel. He said, as a result, the transcript could not be used. So it's a follow-up from a question I asked earlier, saying, in reference to the transcript application, I received a complaint from the recipient organization, that's a CPA body in Australia, about the format of the ICAN transcript, that it doesn't reflect any grades. And he also said that as a result, the transcript could not be used. Is there anything ICAN can do on the format of the transcript to make it globally acceptable?
Okay, thank you, Fumi. Let me just tell you that I'm getting this so strange. I'm getting this for the first time. We've been issuing transcripts to our members out there in Canada, in Australia, in UK, and we've never received any complaint like this. I will just charge the members that raised this particular question to quickly send a mail to rce@ican.org.ng to bring up this complaint, and we will take it up from there and reach out to them in Canada to at least to get from them what type of transcript are they expecting, because this is strange to us. We've been issuing this transcript for so many of our members out there, and we have not received any complaint of this. But I can assure you that this will definitely be addressed within 3 days once I receive your mail.
Okay, thank you very much, my registrar. So, Mebeda, I'm sure you have the registrars very clear that you should send a mail to rc@ican.org.ng so that you can actually address your challenge. Thank you very much. The next question from Bashir Ahmed. Media, can you please help us spotlight the question from Bashir Ahmed? or Muyiwa Olajide, either of them, Bashir Ahmed or Muyiwa Olajide. Okay, Muyiwa Olajide, I recently changed my name. What is the process to have it changed with the institute to reflect the new name, sir? That's a change of name.
Thank you, Muyiwa Olajide, for that brilliant question. It's normal. Different reason why you can change your name, and we have it in the process in the institute. If you change your name, one of the requirements is give us the legal document supporting this change of name. Change of name will arise as a result of, particularly for those women out there, marriage. But for men, it may be as a result of all these I believe. I want to change my name from I don't want to mention any name that I saying okay Ogunlanre to Oluwalanre, for instance. I want to change it from Ogun. So we don't have any issue. All you need to do is send in your application, attach the necessary document showing this legal change of name, such as your court affidavit, the newspaper showing that this has also been put in the public domain. And we also have this. Once we have this, we verify. Once we have it genuine, then we change it. Don't forget, the changes in this case will lead to other questions, such as, are you changing this only to reflect on your portal, or you want to change it to leading to reissuance of certificate? If it's going to lead to reissuance of certificate, automatically you need to start the process. After this first process, you need to write application for reissuance of certificate. So all these are there on our website. For change of name, give us application, give us supporting document, a legal supporting document, valid legal document to show that truly you change your name from one name to the other. And this will be, in fact, this one is within 24 hours. Once we confirm and we carry out a due diligence, within 24 hours, you get it changed.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. I have a question from Awen Lauret. So I'll just read the one from Bashir Ahmed, but I also have one. They're all they are similar questions, but Bashir Ahmed says, as a student, how can I get a notification letter that will show I am a professional student of the institute, so that I can present it to apply for exams leave at my workplace? I think that's pretty easy, but my registrar, you can go, sir.
Thank you for me. You said it is pretty easy, very easy. I've just given out my official email, rca@ican.org.ng. This is a very simple task. You send in, we confirm truly that you are a student. Don't forget, we need to confirm as well that truly you are a student. Once we confirm and we have you there, you get your letter within 24 hours. These are simple things that we've been doing for our members. We've been receiving this because some organization will not release you for exam without any document showing that you are a member or student member of that institute. So you feel free to send this. And also on the website, you have dedicated emails addressing some of this. For student affairs, you have it. For professional examination, you have it there. For membership, we have it there. So on our website, our website is members friendly. Go there, click, navigate, and get all information required easily. So it's a small task.
Okay, thank you, my registrar. One thing I love so much about your responses tonight is that you are giving us a deadline within 1 day, 24 hours, 48 hours. And that's what members also want to.
I have the team. I have the team that they are there and they are ready to serve you better now.
Thank you very much. That's a very good assurance and confidence in your team. Well done. Now, ICAN members, there has been some issue anyway, or this particular issue about ICAN members who came from the ATS scheme that we now call ATSWA. Now, it is expected that they are expected to pay a different subscription, and now they are also ICAN members at ACA or FCA. They are also expected to pay another annual subscription. So my question, do these members actually belong to different professional institutes that they are made to pay different subscriptions, or can there be a way for ICAN to combine those subscriptions so that they can pay all at once?
Thank you, Mr. Tosi, my wonderful uncle. This same question was asked during the just concluded induction. That someone said, I'm a member of AAT. You asked me to pay subscription there. Now I've been inducted as this, and you want me to be paying subscription. Am I not a member of the same ICAN? Yes, we received this. And we take it immediately to the floor of council, and council deliberated on this. And I can assure you, within few days, few weeks, we're going to come out with a decision on that. But let me quickly also tell you this. With this AAT set of people that we talk about, we have them in different sections. We have some that after that AAT, they stop. Let's say some of them get appointments with that certificate, and then they didn't even bother to go further to do any professional exam again in ICAN. So this set of people will definitely be paying the AAT subscription because they are member of AAT. But for those who are member of AAT, now member of the ICAN, I can assure you in few weeks to come, the institute will issue out circular or information on that, because it's presently on the table of council, and council is looking into it.
I'm so happy that you said few weeks. It wasn't a definite date, but this was there.
This is a policy issue. This is a policy issue. Those one that I gave you a definite term, they are within myself and my team. But these are policy issues that the council need to look at it and give a council approval. So I can't tell you 24 hours. So yes, 24 hours.
Thank you so much, sir. So just looking at time, we want to ask the particular question that I know that our members are interested in, because, you know, as ICAN is a member of the Association of Professional Bodies of Nigeria, assuming that this Association of Professional Bodies of Nigeria is holding a retreat and they invite you to briefly speak on ICAN's motto. Our motto is accuracy and integrity. What would you typically tell our global viewers? What would be your presentation slide, just in less than 1 minute, sir?
Thank you. Accuracy and integrity. In a simple term, if I have to speak on this, it's a very straight thing. You have a slide where you need to explain what this accuracy means. Talking about embracing excellence, nothing than excellent. Then when you talk about accuracy, you let people know what are the relevant, the importance of this accuracy as an accountant or as accounting profession. Don't forget, you said talking to association of professional body in Nigeria, where we have the mix of different professions. So they need to know what accuracy is in the accountancy level. So there's need for them to have a slide talking about understanding what is accuracy, how does it work in accounting field, and how does it relate to other field. Then integrity, if you don't have it, you don't have it. So people need to know what is integrity all about. Trust has to do with integrity. Your ethical behavior is there. So you need to explain to them, they need to understand what accuracy is and why I can choose this motto. Because they need to know how important this motto is to us. I was given a brief lecture during the introduction, and I said, if a chartered accountant prepares something and you discover a little error there, your superior officer will tell you, and you call yourself a chartered accountant. So we try to let our members know, and all our inductees to know, that you have to uphold the accuracy and integrity motto and do your best for public trust to be in place. So in the slide, you have to explain to them understanding accuracy, understanding integrity, importance to our business life, importance of these two keywords in the business world.
Wow. It's been a wonderful session out here with Dr. Lanre Olasunkanmi, ICAN RCE, and the summary of what he has just said now, which is his parting word, is that there is no 99.9% integrity. It must be 100 for all
100%.
chartered accountants. We want to say a very big thank you to the Registrar Chief Executive for coming on the show today and sharing your wealth of experience with your members and the friends of the Institute. We say thank you for coming, sir, and God bless you.
Thank you
very much.
And thank you, Tosin, for the wonderful job you are doing. Thank you. Thank you, our viewers, and thank you, all our members.
Thank you much. Thank you so much. Thank you for the compliment. We appreciate. Fumi, let's quickly take the announcement. Over to you, the announcement. Briefly.
Okay, so we want to say congratulations to the 60th president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, Chief DDC Chukwueze Stephen Alaribe, FCA, CFA. We want to say congratulations to you on your investiture, which happened on Tuesday, June 4th. We pray for the best. We pray for success all through your tenure. And also we have job openings for you for the position of the Deputy Manager, Legal Services, and also the manager in the same legal services. Then we have a lot of trainings on ground. Please reach out to the Institute and we'll be very much interested in telling you the trainings that will happen and the credit hours that you will gain for them. At this junction, I think, Tosi, we have to say goodbye to our audience, right?
Exactly. Our global viewers, it's been a pleasure and an interesting session here today. And that is the show for today. We want to say thank you for being part of the show. But let me quickly drop something. By next week, when we come back on the show, Fumi's status will have changed because by then she would have become the substantive chairman of Lekki and District Society. So to come your way next week, we say thank you, stay safe and stay sound. I remain Tosin Akimomi, FCA.
Good night.